Good morning, and how's everyone doing now? A break from protocol. I typically don't do videos at 9:30 a.m. Monday mornings, and that's because depending on wherever you're listening to this, whether it's LinkedIn or YouTube, on Sunday evenings the watch list for the week is out, while on Monday mornings it's out on LinkedIn. So, but I mean, in view of the size of the transaction and just seeing that there is some space for me to do this, I'm somewhat limited to the number of videos I can post every day by the views and algorithms on YouTube. I just decided to squeeze this in. So, what next for Lafarge Africa minority shareholders? As always, please note that this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is not a solicitation to either buy or sell or do any form of trading or investing around this stock. In any case, just the basic finance 101 tells us that when you have a transaction like this, shareholders should exercise caution in the dealing in these companies' shares. So, what do we know? In a notice on his website last Friday, and I think that came after Nigerian market close. Holcim, which is a Swiss firm, cement firm, announced the completion of his divestment from Lafarge Africa. Now, this transaction, I believe, um, had started last year or was what first came into light last year. But I believe, and I think most people concur, that this probably the announcement is a conclusion of the transaction. In essence, this is to say, look, we've met all approvals and we're done. We're yet to get a similar notice on the NGX, but I'm sure within the next couple of days, they will disclose. So the Swiss, I would say, are known for punctuality and are also known for accuracy. So you can safely assume that they have gotten all regulatory approvals and commission and all that. So they're selling the 83.8, or they sold the 83.8% stake in Lafarge Africa to Huaxcin Cement. Is it Huaxcin or Huaxin? Huaxcin Cement at an equity value of $1 billion. But this is the $1 billion is before dividend adjustments. Now, Lafarge had paid a couple of dividends, I believe, before they paid an interim dividend this year, and they paid the final dividend. So my understanding is that they very likely would deduct those dividends from the fee, the final payout that they're going to make as well. So what's likely to be the market reaction? I won't be surprised to see this stock open at either full bid or net bid in today's trading session on the NGX. Full bid means no sellers, net bid means more buyers than sellers. And why is that the case? Why do I think so? The next possible move by Huaxin is a mandatory takeover bid. Now, simply put, having acquired a majority stake in this firm, by law, they're supposed to make a tender offer for the shares held by the minority or other investors in the company. And the purpose is to provide an exit opportunity for minority shareholders at a fair price. So the paragraph I have here is just exact quotes. Yes, AI and all that. By the way, the firm of UUBO, Udo, I think Udo Domabele or Saji, have a decent paper explaining what MTOs are in Nigerian context. So I'm sure when you do a Google search, it's one of the first entries that you have. So in essence, if this transaction has closed, and I believe it has, Huaxin has to make an offer to minority shareholders to acquire their shares. Now, this doesn't mean that the firm will delist. If they have a decent response to that offer and they want to delist, they can do so. So it's up in the air at this moment if they will delist or not. Now, what's the price likely to be? Typically the price they will offer minority shareholders will be the price at which they acquire their own stake. Now, given the share appreciation or the sharp appreciation of this stock since this deal was first announced, the deal was announced sometime last year, shareholders may be unwilling to go below the current price. WAPCO closed on Friday at 130 naira. So, in my view, I don't think they would be willing to take any minority shareholder will be willing to take less than that. Now, the question will be, you might ask, is at what price did Huaxcin buy the stake from Holcim? Now, you can do your napkin math as to the price. I mean, calculate whatever was the price as at then, deduct the dividends. I don't want to go into a rabbit hole doing all that, but I think you can safely assume that the price will be probably somewhere between 80 to 100 naira a share. But the question is, no minority or retail shareholder would be willing to take less than this amount, because it just makes common sense. The stock is trading at 130 and you offer me less than 130 naira, I'm not going to sell. Let's see how it shapes out. I'm sure that in the next few days, we probably will have a couple more analysts weighing on this. We'll have the company forward the notice to the NGX and upload on the NGX corporate disclosure. Thank you for watching. Any questions, send them to info@greenticketales.com. You can also drop in the comment section. As always, please like, share, subscribe. It helps with the algorithms on the channel, and let's get this content out there. Let's have more content, a decent content, I must say, if I'm blowing my horn, on the NGX. And then with time, other African markets are moving to a bigger audience. So thank you all, and see you at the end, or see you rather at midday, when the midday trading updates will go up on YouTube.